Dear students, in this session, let us examine what is meant by a biodiversity hotspot. There are places on earth that are both biologically rich and acutely threatened. As we have learned in the introductory session, species are the building blocks of Earth's life support systems. We all depend on them. Biodiversity underpins all life on earth. Without species, there would be no air to breathe, no food to eat, no water to drink. There would be no human society at all. But our planet's biodiversity, the vast array of life, faces a crisis of historic proportions. Development, urbanization, pollution, diseases are all wreaking havoc on the tree of life. Today, species are going extinct at the fastest rate since the mass extinction of the dinosaurs. To stem this crisis, we must protect the places where biodiversity exists. But species are not uniformly distributed around the planet. Certain areas have large number of endemic species, that is, species that are found nowhere else. Such areas are the biodiversity hotspots. Many of these hotspots are heavily threatened by habitat loss and other human activities. As the places on earth where the most biodiversity is under immense threat, hotspots are critical to human survival. Hotspots are among the richest and the most important ecosystems in the world, and they are home to many vulnerable populations who are directly dependent on nature to survive. By one estimate, despite comprising 2.3% of Earth's land surface, forests, wetlands and other ecosystems in hotspots account for 35% of the ecosystem services that vulnerable human populations depend on. To be qualified as a hotspot, an area must have at least 1,500 vascular plants as endemics, which is to say, it must have a high percentage of plant life found nowhere else on the planet, and it has to have lost at least 70% of its original habitat. Around the world, 35 areas qualify as hotspots. They represent just 2.3% of the Earth's land surface, but they support more than half of the world's plant species as endemics, that is, species found in no other place, and nearly 43% of the bird, mammal, reptile and amphibian species as endemics. It must have 30% or less of its original natural vegetation. A hotspot is irreplaceable. In other words, it must be threatened. Three factors that usually determine a hotspot are: number 1, the number of total species or species richness. Number 2, the number of unique species, that is endemism. The number of species at risk, that is threat of extinction. Now, let us look at some interesting facts about hotspots. Globally, 34 biodiversity hotspots have been identified so far. They once covered 15.7% of the Earth's land surface. 86% of the hotspots habitat has already been destroyed. They contain 1,50,000 plant species as endemics, 50% of the world's total. Terrestrial vertebrates endemic to the hotspots 11,980, representing 42% of all terrestrial vertebrate species. Reptiles and amphibians are more prone to hotspot endemism than are the more wide-ranging mammals and birds. But the overall similarity between taxonomic groups is remarkable. Overall, 22,022 terrestrial vertebrates species make the hotspots their home, that is 77% of the world's total. The 34 biodiversity hotspots of the world are depicted in the table shown here. Hotspots in peril. Demarcating hotspots is by no means an exact science. It requires that a line that might be easily discernible or rather vague on the ground must be drawn to represent a transition between two habitats. Habitat destruction is a pervasive threat affecting hotspots and is already causing extinction in many areas. Accelerating anthropogenic interventions will undoubtedly magnify the effects of habitat destruction and fragmentation. Predatory invasive species have already had a devastating impact on the island hotspots, where species evolved in the absence of animals such as cats and rats. Introduction of exotic plant species into hotspots, particularly those of Mediterranean type vegetation, is also having massive ecosystem effects. Direct exploitation of species for food, medicine and the pet trade is a serious threat to all hotspots, particularly in the Guinean forests of West Africa and several Asian hotspots. Another grave concern is the severe decline of amphibians worldwide, the cause of which remains unknown. The most direct measure of this threat can be derived from assessments of conservation status of species. The IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, compiled by the Species Survival Commission of IUCN, the World Conservation Union, classifies species that have a high probability of extinction in the medium term future as critically endangered or vulnerable. Most of the world's biodiversity persists in some of the world's poorest countries where conservation is not a top priority. About 50 to 75% of all species are to be found in the tropical moist forests that accounts for just 6% of the world's land area. A handful of soil in a tropical forest contains hundreds of species and more than 1 million individual organisms. The tropics and subtropics, where most of the developing countries are situated, there has always been evolutionary activity giving rise to rich biodiversity. Biodiversity is less in the colder northern regions because the recurrent ice ages there slowed down proliferation of life forms. The 17 most biodiverse nations of the world are listed in the table below. The 17 countries identified as megadiverse by Conservation International. India is one of the 19 mega biodiversity countries of the world, and so far about 70% of the total area has been surveyed for biodiversity assessment. Till date, 45,000 wild species of plants and 81,000 wild species of animals have been identified in India. Together, they represent 6.5% of the world's biodiversity. The actual numbers must be much higher since many biologically rich areas like the northeast have not been fully explored. Before humankind became very active, the world was annually losing 1 out of every million species. In the early 20th century, we were perhaps losing 1 species a year. Now, we are losing 1 to 100 species a day, and soon the rate of extinction is likely to be 1,000 each day. These are estimates, but it is explicit that we are losing species rapidly. There is a great need to develop strategies for maintaining biodiversity in human disturbed landscapes. Researchers have also found that the hotspots hold more people than expected. But the relationship between people and biodiversity is not simply one where more people lead to greater impacts on biodiversity. Human population density among hotspots varies widely, from 4 people per square kilometer to as many as 336 people per square kilometer like in Japan. Hotspots are also notable centers of violent conflict. For example, areas in Mesoamerica, the Caribbean, the tropical Andes, the Guinean forests of West Africa, the eastern Afro-montane rifts, the Horn of Africa, the Caucasus, the Irano-Anatolian region, the mountains of Central Asia, Indo-Burma, Sundaland, Wallachia, the southern Philippines and the East Melanesian islands have all been plagued by recent violence. Extinction is the gravest aspect of biodiversity crisis. It is irreversible. While extinction is a natural process, human impacts have elevated the rate of extinction by at least 1,000, possibly several thousand times the natural rate. Mass extinctions of this magnitude have only occurred 5 times in the history of our planet. The last brought the end of the dinosaur age. In a world where conservation budgets are insufficient, given the number of species threatened with extinction, identifying conservation priorities is crucial. Each hotspot faces extreme threats and has already lost at least 70% of its original natural vegetation. Over 50% of the world's plant species and 42% of all terrestrial vertebrate species are endemic to the 34 biodiversity hotspots. It is not simply enough to protect species and places for humanity to survive and thrive. Nevertheless, the protection of nature must be a fundamental part of every human society. Goodbye until we meet again with another aspect of biodiversity.